This is a mirror match, which means it's not just about the win, but about your pride as a player too. This is a must-win fight.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Waiting for the opponent to make the first move. Tries to bait him with the projectile. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? Player one will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weak. Good anti-air. Trips them up. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Player one has the life lead. Goes for the throw. Long low attack hits. Player two may be just about done this round, but they still have a chance with a full drive gauge to tap into. Projectile to try and change the situation. Anything could happen here. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireballs. They break things off to take a quick breather. Feeling out the spacing. This is a gigantic life lead. How are they going to deal with this? Time's the only thing moving here. Player two can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings to use their drive. Had the radar up and running. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Player two chases them down. KO. Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round two. Fight.
Overdrive Hadouken. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Fires off the Shiksu Hadouken. Player two has the life lead. Can they use it? Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. What'll happen here? Shinku Hadouken. Gets a risky buff in. Oh, burnout! Did they mean to do that? Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. What a read with that anti-air! We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Final round. Fight.
Uses their drive gauge. This is it. Who's gonna take it all? Player two managed their drive gauge well to create lots of opportunities for themselves. Let's see if they can maintain this rhythm. We're just getting started here. Who will take control? Their spacing is so on point right now, but who's gonna blink first? Reads the jump in perfectly. Solid anti-air. Clutch anti-air. Both sides getting ready. Anti-air in the clutch. Player two needs the impact squash. What are they gonna do? What now? Oh, burnout! Did they mean to do that? A projectile to say, get off of me! This can lead to some big damage. Fireball pressure. Trying to win. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Player one can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. No one could have called that. Player two was definitely sweaty during that well-earned win. This is a mirror match, which means it's not just about the win, but about your pride as a player too. This is a must-win fight.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. Player two creates a good corner opportunity. Goes for the throw. All right, what's coming up next? Player one doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weak. Plenty of space between the fighters. What will be their approach? Player one is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Holds out with the block. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireballs. Projectile to try and change the situation. Picks up the win with the projectile. Good read. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round two. Fight.
Parries to cancel the fireball. Gets a risky putt in. Jumps. Decides to meet them in the air. Spends the gauge on the drive rush. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Player one needs to use what little drive they have left effectively. Tries to bait out a reaction to a fireball. Player one can't use any drive moves without burning out. So, what's next? Not much movement, but the thinking caps are definitely on. Sneaks in above. Anti-air drops. Burnout activates. Player one has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Max SA gauges, unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. Jumps? They're using a fireball to force a reaction. Time to Shinku Hadouken. This is gonna hurt. Knocked him out of the air. Connects with the throw. The next touch may decide this medium kick. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Final round. Fight!
Open with the fireball. While it adds a bit of OD spiceful. Shows the medium kick. All in with a rush. Both fighters are low on drive. Little bit, burnout activates. Player one has an empty drive clutch anti-air. All the throws connects. Escapes the corner. Ooh, you never know what can throws them. Amazing. Knocked him out of the air. Player one is looking at a grim situation. Oh, snipe. The connects with the throw. Anti-air in the clutch. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? A dash? Things are very tense as this exchange continues. Bumps hard. Do they have what it takes to steal the round? Are you kidding me? Player one showed they are truly the best of the best. We are about to see a mirror match go down, where they can match each other move for move. This is the hardest kind of match. Who will come out on top?
Round one. Fight!
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Perfect air to air. No good up high. Rocks the jump in. Goes for the fireball. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. You can use a drive rush like that there to maintain the pressure. Parries the projectile. Now what's the follow-up? Who's going to break the silence first? Both fighters are looking for a way to fill up their super arc gauge. Player two needs to deal with this burnout. Throws them to negate the block. Player one KO. Player one picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round two. Fight!
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Checks them with the projectile. Will this super arc connect? Player one had an impressive round while managing their drive gauge. They'll want to carry that momentum into the next round. Can they turn this gauge advantage into something? They decide to hang back and rethink their game plan. Gets the jump in. That combo did decent damage. Oh, burnout triggered. A quick breather. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. Going in? Our fighters are at a standstill. What's the play here? Jumps? Barely goes for the Shin Hashogeki. Just goes for it at this range. Player adds a bit of OD spiceful. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Jumps in. Blocks. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Oh, were they looking to connect with an over in there?
Player one comes away with the win.